Hi FlossTube friends, this is Tina Frazier coming to you from Columbus, Ohio. Today is Monday, December 11th at approximately 9:40 p.m. Eastern Time, give or take. Coming to you today with a FlossTube update. Have a little bit of life update to share with you and also some stitching updates. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. So if you're new to my channel, this is my YouTube channel rather, where I talk about my love of cross stitch and crafts and some other stuff going on in my life. FlossTube is a subset of YouTube where the creators of content share their love of cross stitch. Cross stitch is a form of embroidery where you use embroidery floss, thus we call it FlossTube. Thank you very much for stopping by. If you're brand new here, I'm always looking forward to meeting new friends, and you're no exception. So thank you very much for stopping by. It's good to meet you, and hopefully you'll find something here that will enable you to maybe try a new craft or just get some inspiration for some things that you can do in the future. We're coming up on a new year here in another 3 weeks or so, and it's getting to be we're winding down 2023, so it's going to be exciting. I hope you'll stick around and find something here that will inspire you to maybe become a subscriber. If you're a returning watcher, thank you very much for stopping back by. I always like to see good friends again, and you're no exception to that rule either. So grab something to drink, sit back, relax, and enjoy what I have to share with you today. If you have not yet clicked the notification bell or the subscription button below, I encourage you to do both. You do have to subscribe before you click the notification bell, but I'm hoping to upload content either every week or every other week. Going forward in 2024, my goal is to maybe do it a little more often so my videos aren't quite so long. But anyway, I encourage you to click the subscription button and the notification bell so you will be notified when I do upload new content. I'm hoping, again, to do these at least every other week, if not every week. There might be more blog style. There might just be a little mix of everything thrown in. I can't guarantee anything, but I'm looking to plan my new year, have a few videos in mind, like a whip parade, and diving into my stash bucket, and just, you know, generally showing you what's what and everything in my cross stitch life. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you very much. This time of year, it's always great to spend time with good friends, and I have a lot of good friends in the stitching community, and of course, you are one of them. Thank you very much for stopping by. Hopefully, all of you are having some good holidays this year. If you're not, or if you're not celebrating, hopefully you're getting the time to work on things that are important to you, and that you have a support system out there helping you with whatever you might need. It can be a trying time of year for a lot of people, so hopefully you're getting the help you need. I'd like to think that I could help you, but I'm not knowing your situation, whatever the case may be, and I just really hope that you can find somebody that is there for you. Hopefully, if you do need help, that you reach out. I can't say that I will be 100% the help you need, but do reach out, please. I can try and help find somebody that can help you if I can't myself. So just if you do need a little help, please reach out. I'd like to kind of offer you a lifeline if you need it, and just know that the holiday season can be kind of difficult for people. I find myself kind of dealing with a few personal things this year, and it's not exactly an easy thing, especially when you're dealing with relatives. So yeah, it can be a trying time. Plus, we've lost a few friends along the way this year. and just reminiscing on memories and happy times and whatnot can be rather difficult. So hopefully you have a support system with you that can help you through this, and hopefully your holiday season will be a little better with the helps of some friends. So anyway, now that I'm on that, this video today is going to be about cross stitch. Obviously, I have a little bit of life update to share with you, and also to kind of tell you a little bit about some stitching updates. I will also go into a little bit of haul. I don't have a whole lot. And I also only really have updates on 2 projects plus a little tiny update on punch needle. So sit back, relax, grab something to drink, grab your favorite project, and we'll just go ahead and get started. So the first weekend of December, January 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. I think it was 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the first weekend, was the Jingle Ball. The Jingle Ball is an online event started last year by Stephanie Webb of Lindy Stitches, and it's an online event where she invited 12 designers to get together for a weekend full of classes and fun and online Zooms and chat rooms and all kinds of goodies. I did not participate last year, but I heard so many things about it. If you're interested in finding out more about it, you can go to Lindy Stitches website or her YouTube channel, Lindy Stitches. She's got information on there about the Jingle Ball. And this year, she also hosted the Jingle Ball, again, for the 2nd year. So when the Jingle Ball was announced this year, wasn't really sure I was going to participate. I heard a lot of good stuff about the Jingle Ball from last year, and I got a little jealous because I missed out on some interesting and really cute patterns. Bear with me a minute. Sorry about that. I've been doing a lot of work around the house today, and my lips are a little chapped. But anyway, so I was having a little bit of fear missing out from last year, and there was quite a few patterns that were released last year that were exclusive to the Jingle Ball that are now starting to be released a year later by the designers that released them for the Jingle Ball last year. So you may start seeing some of those patterns come up. I can't list the designers or the patterns for you from last year, but I did buy a general admission ticket to the Jingle Ball this year. I did it mainly to see kind of how the format works. I didn't sign up for any classes, but it allowed me to go back and get the Jingle Bell Baubles book, the 2022 ornament book that was released for purchase during last year's Jingle Ball. And they also came out with a new Jingle Ball ornament issue for this year. So I was able to purchase both of those this year, and they only made the 2022 Jingle Ball Bauble book with the ornaments in it available to this year's 2023 participants for purchase. Let me go ahead and pop that up here. All right. So this is the cover of the 2022 Jingle Ball Baubles ornament book. There are quite a few designers in here. So this is from 12 ornaments from the 12 designers of Christmas. And this is a book put out by Lindy Stitches, and it has different designs in it. This was one of the designs from last year. Little girl looking out a Christmas window. That is just super cute. I'm not going to go through this whole book with you, but I did purchase the PDF, and I also got the 2023 version of the Jingle Ball Baubles book. As you can see here, this is one of the ornaments that's in the book. It's really kind of neat. Then here's just another blurb about the book in general. And this first design says joy. So there's 12 more designs in the book, and it looks pretty cool. So I'm really glad I was able to purchase the Jingle Bell Baubles books for 2022 and 2023. I did have a lot of fun during the Jingle Ball. I participated in a few Zoom rooms throughout the weekend. I couldn't stay logged in very long. I was in the main ballroom a lot. They have videos playing. A lot of the designers had recorded videos ahead of time. One of them, Kathy Haberman and Mr. Hands-on Design, they did a trivia snippet that was played in the main ballroom. One of the other couples did a cocktail mix. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off for now. Did a cocktail mixer type thing where they shared their favorite cocktails. And some people went into, how they designed and just the different backgrounds. You could get into Zoom calls or Zoom chats with the designers to find out a little bit more about it. And they did a Q&A session. They also kind of went over some of their designs that were released for the Jingle Ball. So you got to meet the designers, get to know them a little bit. That was quite interesting, just to get to know them and find out a little bit more about them. I really enjoyed that part of the Jingle Ball. I went into a couple of Zoom rooms when I wasn't doing anything else and hung out for a little bit at the encouragement of a couple of people that I met at retreat. And it was a lot of fun. Next year, I don't know 100% for sure if I'll get the general admission ticket. Depending on who the designers are, I may actually try and sign up for a class ahead of time. I didn't this year just because I didn't want to sink the money into getting a project and not really knowing 100% if I was going to like it. But I did get quite a few free downloads. A lot of the designers also gave free downloads that you could get through the Jingle Ball platform. So I did come home with in the weekend with quite a few free patterns. They might already be patterns on their websites, but it was a lot of fun. Enjoyed it immensely, actually. I thought it was well worth the $10. Just in There we go. Sorry about that. My camera kind of froze. But yeah, getting to know the designers a little bit better and whatnot. I'm not sure exactly where it froze. But anyway, so one of the purchases I did make during the Jingle Ball, so Lindy Stitches and the Blue Flower came together for another scrapbook collaboration piece. And they came up with the Snowy Snuggles Snowy Snuggles scrapbook. It's not crap. It's definitely not crap. It's from the Blue Flower and Lindy Stitches. So I did go ahead and purchase the two parts of the Snowy Snuggles scrapbook pattern. And here's the first one. So this is from the Blue Flower. This one has a rabbit, a llama, some goldfish, and a squirrel. And the name of the scrapbook is Snowy Snuggles. If you look here, you can see, let me go ahead and zoom in. Down here, I'm going to zoom in for you. All right. So here you go. Here is the piece. It's really, really cute. So you have the cats playing in the tree, the rabbit, the dogs playing under the stockings, the goldfish, the Snowy Snuggles in the middle. Actually, that's not a llama. That's a ferret. And then you have Grandma making dog biscuits with the puppy. Then you have the squirrel, and then you have the two parakeets in the corner. So this was really cute. It's kind of festive, and it's kind of really cute. So this was the only piece that this was the only pattern besides the ornaments, the ornament bauble book that I purchased. And I also purchased part 2, which is the Lindy Stitches version. So in Lindy Stitches, she did the cats in the tree, the dogs under the stockings, the parakeets, and grandma baking biscuits with the puppy. So I got parts 1 and 2. That hopefully will be a new start going for or sometime next year. Lindy, Steph from Lindy Stitches, also had a floss pack that you could get for Snowy Snuggles available on for order. So I went ahead and ordered the floss pack, and it came this week. I got it. Yeah. Okay, so in the floss pack, I don't have my board down today. Let me go ahead and get rid of this for you because I won't need that anymore. So we have Weeks Dye Works. This is Fire. We have Weeks Dye Works Carrot. We have Classic Colorworks Grasshopper, a really nice green. This is Classic Colorworks Caramel or Caramel. And this one is Classic Colorworks Black Coffee. So I did get the floss pack for Snowy Snuggles. So I am ready with the main floss, the main over-dyed flosses for Snowy Snuggles. All right. And that's basically all I got from the Jingle Ball. As I said, I'm probably going to participate in it this next year. I might only do the generic ticket, the $10 generic ticket, so I can get into the Zoom rooms and all that stuff. I'm hoping in 2024 to do more Zooming. I'm in the Virtual Stitchers group. I'm hoping to Zoom more with them. The Zoom Stitchy friends. There's also a couple other Zoom groups that get together and Zoom several nights a week, if not every night during the week. And I'm hoping to get more onto Zoom to kind of keep in touch with some of my friends that I've met at stitching retreats that live long distance from me. So I'm hoping to be able to get more into Zoom. But I'm also hoping with the Jingle Ball to maybe get into more Zoom rooms and to kind of figure out a way that I can Zoom with more people in 2024. So there's that. I am also still getting my Be Stitch Me Fabric of the Month. And I got my Fabric of the Month. This one is called Macchiato. And it is a 40 count even weave. I am loving stitching on 40 count, you guys. If I could swap most everything out for 40 count, I would. All right, so this is a macchiato. Look how beautiful this is. That is about true to color right there. It's a very nice tan brown. Yep. And her 40 count fabrics are delicious to stitch on. I'm doing the Year in the Woods Bald Eagle. I'm doing the whole set on Be Stitch Me fabrics. Brandy dyed a whole set of fabrics for the Year in the Woods from Cottage Garden Samplings last year. And I picked up the whole set to do. I picked up the whole set of fabrics to stitch them all on. And I'm loving stitching on this fabric. It is so soft and so great to work with. Even though the weave is really tight, you're not gonna, yeah, there you go. The weave is pretty tight on these. Even though the weave is really tight, you can still really see the holes, and it's real easy to stitch on. So I'm really liking the 40 count fabrics. I'm wishing I had more in my stash. So I am hoping to keep the Be Stitch Me 40 count Fabric of the Month going for 2023 because I'm liking getting these in my thing. So I also got the most recent issue of the World of Cross Stitching magazine. I'm not going to be doing a flip through of this. If you follow Carolyn Zook on Zook Stitch, she does an excellent walkthrough of the magazine subscriptions that she does. I did want to point out, I was really excited to finally get this issue because I'm really excited to get to stitching these gingerbread houses. I have been trying to collect a lot of the houses and things that people have released in magazines for several years now. I've been trying to locate all of them, and it's been kind of tough. I have quite a few collected already, but there are some that I'm missing. So I'm hoping to get those. I'm hoping to get more added to my collection soon. I'm just looking for the patterns right now. Hopefully I'll get to stitching some of them, but I think it would be really cool to have a stitched Christmas village. If you saw my intro video, you saw my Lego village. I haven't put my Lego village up in a few years since we were over at our other house prior to 2019. It was at least 2018 or before when I last had my Christmas village out. And I was really, really glad to finally get that out this year. So I spent most of the day today getting that set up. One of the other patterns in here that I think is really, really kind of interesting is the Smurfs. The Smurfs were really popular when I was growing up in the late 80s. And yeah, so I think it's kind of interesting that the Smurfs are coming back. So, but yeah, those were the two most interesting pattern sets in this issue that I thought were really cool. I'm really excited to get stitching on the houses, the gingerbread houses, and everything like that. So that is the latest issue of the World of Cross Stitching, and I will take a break. I will be right back. So this is part 2. I am definitely going to have to splice these together. I was hoping not to have to, but I had to. Anyway, I had to take a little bit of a break, and I am back to finish up. So I was getting ready to share with you. I did all my haul so far. We are basically 1 week away from Christmas. 2 weeks away from Christmas, you guys. So exciting stuff coming up. So let me I am going to get into a couple of updates, and then I will share with you some plans going forward. So, since my last video, I have actually really only honestly worked on 2 stitching projects and punch needle. So I'm going to actually show you the punch needle project. This was a project kit that I had gotten at the October retreat in Warren, Ohio that Mom and I went to for the Western PA Eastern Ohio Stitchers group. And I did finish one of the ornaments, and I've still got to do the background on the Christmas tree, but I did finish the little bauble ornament for the 23rd, and I have the Christmas tree. I just have to do the blue background in the Christmas tree. You can see the generic circle that I have to fill in for that. And then these 2 ornaments will be done. This, I don't have the information with me, but this is Pine Mountain Designs, I believe. They have a set of 24 Christmas ornaments. This is number 23 and number 24. I got this in my bundle of free things from the free raffle at the retreat. And I pulled them out and started them because it came with everything that you needed, the floss and everything. So I have sent Kathy from Cross My Heart here in Columbus, Ohio. She reached out to me and she said that she had the whole set and would I be interested in them. So she sent me some pictures. I've reached out to her to find out what her price is going to be to get the whole set. Most of them are really cute. So I think I am actually probably going to end up with the whole set of these punch needle ornaments. And hopefully in the next week or so, I had today off, I have Friday off, and I have all next week off before Christmas, which is really good because I still have baking and stuff to do. And we have wrapping and whatnot to do, so, and a little bit of shopping left. So anyway, I'm hoping to get these done this week, and then hopefully sometime in 2024 these will be finished, so I can make them into ornaments for next year. So that was my punch needle. Now the only other two projects that I worked on was where is it? I didn't write it down. I worked on Enchanted Christmas Reindeer, which is a Heaven and Earth Designs, and Satsuma Street 4 Elements. Did I even write that down? No, I did not even write that down. I have to write that down. So I pulled out Satsuma Street 4 Elements. This was a new start earlier this year. It was a 4-part mystery stitch along from Satsuma Street that came out this year. And it is one of my WIPGO October squares that I had to get 500 stitches done on it. I had 100 stitches done on it when I started it earlier this year. So I only needed 400 more in it to finish off the WIPGO square. I have yet to finish the WIPGO square in this because I only did 134 more stitches. But this is the 4 element stitch along from Satsuma Street. And I'm doing this on a piece of 40 count fabric from Mo's Sale. I didn't know in the last video what fabric dyer this fabric came from, because this was the label on the fabric. I have since found out that this is a Mo's Sale fabric. I don't know the color. This is it, 40 count linen, 18 by 26. I paid $20 for it from Mo's Sale. But you can see here, I did a little bit more on the wave at the top, or the cloud at the top. It is this this middle one right here. And this is not in white. This is actually in a purple. I am using the Cosmo floss for this. But it is going quite nicely. It has 134 more stitches. But I am using the Cosmo floss for it. I did get basically like a whole floss bundle for the Cosmo floss. So I did get all the Cosmo flosses for it. And as I'm using the colors, so far it's only the one color. As I'm using the colors, I am breaking them down and adding them to this Maker Susan floss card. So these are all the Cosmo colors that I will be using. I'm hoping to get more of this stitched in the coming year. So hopefully this will be going on my WIPGO for 2024. So basically I filled in more of the cloud, the wisp of the cloud. And I don't remember where I got the needle minder. I think it was a pin that I got at an anime convention. It is essentially banana milk. It's a banana milk pin that I popped the pin off and glued a magnet on the back of it to make it a needle minder. But it is banana milk. And it's in my nerd chute. And this is a Garan Toten Bags Grime Guard. Oh, there it is. Garan Toten Bags Grime Guard. From my collection when I was in their Grime Guard of the Month. I don't remember what Grime Guard what month this Grime Guard was from. But this is in my nerd hoop. My large nerd hoop. So, looking forward to getting more progress on Satsuma Street 4 Elements. And then the next one And the only other piece that I have progress on is Heaven and Earth Designs Enchanted Christmas Reindeer by Donna Gelsinger. Let me get that in there so I don't lose it. Hold on just a minute. Let me see if I can bring up the, do I even have it in here? Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Doop, doop, doop. This, oop. So this is Donna Gelsinger's Enchanted Christmas Reindeer. I am doing the mini version, and I have actually gotten to this first antler in the upper left hand corner. I've gotten to the antler. So I have put in, since November 30th when I pulled this out, I have gotten in 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, almost 1,800 stitches in this Enchanted Christmas Reindeer. So, but you can see right here, that is part of one of the antlers. I'll move this out of the way. This is Enchanted Christmas Reindeer. I have done all of one row, and I'm almost done with the second row. This is in Sane Stitchers. This is for my Advent. Every day I'm supposed to do 200 stitches, which is two of these 100 stitch blocks. This is 32 count easy count. I'm doing it 1/110 stitch. It's going pretty fast, but each day starts at 6 p.m. Eastern time, my time. So right now I would be stitching, today is the 11th, I would be stitching day 12, and I've missed a few days, so I'm actually behind. Technically, I think I'm kind of out of the Advent challenge, but I'm going to keep going on this for probably another row. But yeah, you can see the tip of the antler right there. So I'm finally getting into the antlers. It's going to be a long time before I'm out of air and antlers. So yeah, I have a long ways to go. I will show this to you again so you can see it. That is where I'm at. I'll go ahead and zoom in for you. So yeah, I am up in the upper left corner, and so you can kind of see where it's going. Yep. Lots of dark, lots of sky. It's going to be a little while before I'm actually into the sleigh and all the fun stuff. So I'm still kind of doing background. It is going pretty fast. So anyway, 32 count easy count. And that is where I'm at. Almost 1,800 stitches since November 30th. So I am going like gangbusters on that, you guys. Let me go ahead and get rid of this. All right, so that is all my stitching progress that I have for you tonight. So we have some plans coming up. So those of you that watch my channel know that I purchased quite a few things from a seller on Facebook called Mo's Sale, MO''S''SALE. And every year they take signups for their Advent calendar box. So the 12 days of Christmas Mo's Sale boxes. For the last 3 years, I have gotten the boxes. For the last 2 years, Mom and I have gotten the boxes, and I purchased a box for Mom and I this year. So for the last 2 years, we started on the 13th of December. Because there's 12 packages in our box, we start with day number 1, and we open them up, we videotape it, and we share it here on FlossTube for everybody. So to not break our tradition, Mom and I will be starting our Floss 12 Days of Christmas from Moe's sale, FlossTube unboxing, unbagging videos for you. We did get the packages a couple of days back. I might have a picture. Beep, beep, beep. Do I have pictures on here? I don't know. No, I think I deleted them, unfortunately. Yes, I did delete them. Yep. I most certainly did. I am sorry. But we do have the bags. They are upstairs, happily waiting for us. And I will have a new background. We have our Christmas tree up this year. Our two cats, Mouse and Misty, have more or less been leaving the tree alone. Misty's climbed it once or twice already. Mouse has played in it. But they haven't nearly been as lumberjacking as they were last year with the tree. So chances are likely that you probably won't see our tree moving behind us as we video this. And also I'll probably try and have the Lego Village kind of in the background a couple of times this year, since I did put my Lego Village up. But we will be starting those videos this coming Wednesday, December 13th. We will finish up with number 12 on Christmas Eve. So be looking for those really quick videos, those unbagging videos with Mom and I. We'll be sharing our unboxing of the Moe's sale, 12 Days of Christmas, coming up starting in 2 days. I'm hoping to have this video up tonight. That way I don't have to worry about it later this week. I'm also planning on doing some 2024 planning. So, some of the things that I've got going on for 2024, Magazine Monthly Challenge Group. They are doing Bingo in January. That's where you have a bingo board, and every day for the first 25 days of the month of January, Carolyn Zook from Zook Stitch, who is the spearhead of the Magazine Monthly Challenge Group. The whole premise behind the Magazine Monthly Challenge Group on Facebook is to stitch your magazine projects. But you don't have to just stitch your magazine projects. You can use, for any of their themes and their monthly acrostics and Bingo and whatnot, you can use any projects you want. But in January, and then I believe in September, they do 2 additional events. January's is called Bingo, which is basically you create a bingo board, and she has prompts, and you fill in your bingo board. I do have my Magazine Monthly 2024 Bingo set up. I don't have all of the projects figured out. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 projects that I have not yet figured out. My goal is 100 stitches, 1 hour or 100 stitches per project on the days they're called. And I randomly placed 1 through 25 in the boxes using a random number generator. And this is the board that I came out with. And so you see, like, number 9 right here is sparkly. I haven't yet picked out one for that. The one next to it is number 19, which is started based on finishing, somebody's finishing of it. You started it based on different finishing. A piece you would take on vacation. Haven't yet figured that one out. I might just randomly do, for those ones I haven't figured out, I might just randomly draw a whip. But the goal is 100 stitches on each of the things. So this starts January 1st. Looking forward to that. I will be doing WIPGO. I haven't yet done my board for WIPGO. That's going to be some of my plans for next week while I'm off work. Is to go through my 2024 plans and do some 2023 wrap up. So I know where I'm at. I've also got to get my planner and everything set up for 2024. So I'll be doing life planner updates and planning, and also cross stitch planning and craft planning, because I also have diamond painting plans and punch needle plans and perler beads, melty bead plans to get to in 2024. So I will be starting that. I do have the Barango board set up for January. Full coverage Fanatics, some of the things that's going on. Full coverage Fanatics has an epic journey challenge. They have this going on where basically you have miles, and this is in full coverage, so this is any HAID or any full coverage project. I don't remember 100% for sure if it's one project for the whole year or if you can swap projects. I don't know. I may be doing this 2024 Epic Journey Challenge. I've printed that off a couple of different times, so I don't know what I'll be doing for that. I'm a little behind in planning because most years I've had the next year's plans at least more solidified than I do this year. So there is that. I do know a lot of the stitching groups that I participated in this year I'm going to continue to participate in next year, and we shall see. So I am doing the semi-sane advent calendar for Enchanted Christmas Reindeer. We had to pick one project, so I'm doing that to make some headway on it. And I've gotten almost 1,800 stitches done on it so far this month already. And we've still got half the month to go, at least. So I will be coming to you in early 2024, hopefully with a whip parade, so you can see all my whips in all their glory, because some of them I haven't shown in quite a while. So I'm planning on a whip parade. I'm also planning on a stash dive, so you can see what's in my stash. I do have that one whip that my last video I said I am quitting. So hopefully that'll be going away. If you're so interested in taking over that project or taking it off my hands or just taking it for the floss, for the fabric or whatever, please reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to send it to you. I'll send you everything I have and you can go with it. But I won't be putting that back on my whip list going forward. I also have to go and make my whip list and also my want to start list for 2024, so I can get some of these things. So I've got to plan for WIPGO. I have to plan for my next year's challenges. I am still doing the free cross stitch challenges from Creatively Crafting. They do the Stitcho boards. This year I purchased the planner from them, and I also purchased the 24 hours of cross stitch planner because there was some tracking sheets and stuff that I wanted to try out. I don't necessarily know that I'm going to do the planners from both of these companies this coming year for 2024. I really liked having access to all the acrostics and everything ahead of time. I just don't know if I want to spend the 35 or 40 bucks for both of the planners this year to get these early. The Creatively Crafting group, they usually post it on the last day of the month, which means you can't really plan for it, but you know, it's free. And I don't know how much of the tracking sheets I actually used. I'll be doing the Magazine Monthly Challenge acrostics again. I don't remember if the pop culture group is starting back up, but there's a couple of groups I think that are getting kickstarted. Magical Stitches is taking a little bit of a different turn in 2024. Vicky and Sammy are kind of stepping back a little bit, and a new leader is coming through. She's already released the new books for that, or released the list of the new books, so hopefully I'll be getting a couple of those for Christmas. I'm not sure that the author is somebody that, I know it's not somebody that I've read in the past, but I'm not sure it's going to be somebody that I'll enjoy. So I've asked for a couple of the books from the series. I'm still way behind on the books for this year. I think I'm only on book 4, which was from April. So yeah, I'm still way behind on the series of books for this year. So yeah, there's that. There's a Magical Stitches. Magic Stitched 'em is doing something. Also, Fandom Stitching. They are doing Disney next year. A lot of people are excited for that. But I'm already in Magic Stitched 'em, so I don't know. I don't know how, you know, how much Disney I'll be stitching for Fandom Stitching next year. They're wrapping up Lord of the Rings this year. There's full coverage Fanatics. We're doing the Epic Journey, and whatever else comes up. Portia Parcher, who was spearheading the 100, the Stitch Talk Heaven and Earth Design, Stitch Talk Hade Facebook group. She's kind of taking a step back because she's not stitching much anymore. She's more knitting, but she probably will be posting another 100 days challenge a couple of times next year because people have asked her to continue on with that. I did a 100 days challenge, I think, in 2018. And by day 50 or 60, I was like, ugh, yeah, it was hard. It was hard to get through those last 40 days. I did it, but it was really hard because I think we had to do 100 stitches a day minimum. And by day 60, I was done with the project. I was just, anyway, I don't know if I'll be doing any of those type of things like 100 Days of Hade again, because of some of the issues that came up with the pattern creation process that Michelle Sayeda from Heaven and Earth Designs was having this year. I have kind of moved on to a couple other full coverage pattern companies, and while I still have many Heaven and Earth Design projects in my stash, I will be stitching those, but chances are likely, unless it's something that I can't get elsewhere and I'm dying to have it, I probably won't be purchasing very much from Heaven and Earth Designs at this juncture. I'm probably going to be supporting a couple other designers like Charting Creations and White Willow Designs, Artisy, Gecko Rouge. I think Golden Kite was another one. I don't know if they're still around, but Gecko Rouge, Artisy, Charting Creations, and the like. I'm going to probably be looking for other sources for full coverage. Also in 2024, I'm hoping to make more needle minders and some other accessories using my perler melty beads. The I took a few, I made some perler melty bead needle minders and took them to the Stitching in the Springs retreat in October. Let me show you what I had here. Bear with me. All right. So these were some of the needle minders that I took to the Stitching in the Springs retreat in October. So like down here at the bottom, you have the kind of the Frankenstein, the ghost, and the pumpkin. These are the McDonald's Happy Meal buckets. You have, if you're ever a fan of Facebook celebrity pets, so to speak, earlier this year there was this little teeny kitten who was an orange tabby named Tater Tot, and Tater Tot had both their front legs in casts. Their casts were pink and teal, and everybody was following Tater Tot on Facebook. It was a big thing. Even my sister-in-law was totally in love with Tater Tot. So these needle minders in the lower left corner are Tater Tots Bonkers, and I made some just with the casts, and those black things are attempts at making it kind of half look like cat's paws. And then I made some with Tater Tots fuzziness above the rim. So I had some of those. I also had some Nintendo Switch type of things. I sold a couple of those. This is a ghost sprite. This is a Jason mask. These were some peeps. This is a My Melody. This leaf here in the middle is an Animal Crossing leaf. Then in the middle here, I have some of my designs for floss tags. floss drops using the plastic. I need to test a few of them out to see if the plastic will catch on the threads as you're using them. Up here also I have Mickey. These are the poison apple Mickey heads. And then I also have some Dunkin' Donuts, some Starbucks, and some Tim Hortons cups. And then I have Baby Yoda and some of the Scream thing. These candy corns are also a floss drop. These were my initial floss drop designs that I was thinking of doing. I have to test them out to see if they're going to snag the floss as I use them. So hopefully I'll be able to offer some of those up. I'm thinking probably a set of 5. I don't know, set of 5, like maybe $1 a piece. I don't know how well they'll go over. Because, you know, I don't know. We'll see how they are. Most of these are about an inch. Most of my designs here are about an inch long. And up here you can see I made other Mickey heads. So I had rainbow or pride Mickey heads up here at the top. This one has all of the transgender colors and the black and brown for color, persons of color. And then I just had the original Pride Mickey head with the black ears. So I made a couple of those. I'll be adding more of that kind of thing to it, more Mickey ears. I can do like Mickey princesses and whatnot. And then there's just a bigger close-up of my baby Grogu and the coffee cups, like the Dunkin' Donuts. This is what the brown ones here are. You can kind of see the DD for Dunkin' Donuts right there. And these are about an inch big, a little over an inch. So for the perler beads, the melty beads, I'm using the mini, which are the 2.8 millimeter, I believe is what they are. They're 2.8 millimeter mini beads. You see mostly the midi beads, MIDI, the midi beads, the 5 millimeter ones in big box stores. But like the baby Grogu, he's only about an inch tall. And same with the Starbucks cups. So if you're looking, as you're looking at the baby Grogu, so the beads are 9 beads per inch. So if you count down, it'll tell you, you know, counting the beads, it'll tell you approximately that it is just over an inch. And then about an inch and a half wide. And I use neodymium magnets on the back. I use E6000 glue to glue them on. So those were some of the needle minders that I took to the Stitching in the Springs retreat. I have a few other, and I'm selling them for $3 a piece. I have a few other things that I'm trying to come up with designs for like my needle workshop here in Columbus, Cross My Heart. I'm trying to come up with a couple of things that they can sell in their shop as well. I may try and just put in some of my needle minders there, you know, charge them $2, and then they can charge $3 or $4 for the needle minders if they're so interested in those. But my general needle minders are about $3 to $5 depending on the size. I can pretty much do anything. I just have to order more perler beads. Or more, not perler, mine aren't perler, mine are Art Cal. I use Art Cal mini beads because Art Cal they have more colors. And I do get my beads from toptierbeads.com. But anyway, so I will be doing more of that type of stuff coming forward in 2024 as well. So you'll be hearing more about that. I've been also downloading free color pages online. This is a free holiday color page. You guys, free coloring pages make really good punch needle patterns. I mean, look how basic that is. And you can very easily trace these onto weaver's cloth and punch them. So I am going to be maybe doing some more. I really like this candle here. That'll make a really pretty punch needle. So yeah, I'll be doing some more punch needle in 2024 using coloring pages. And that is all I have for you tonight. So that being said, be looking for our videos starting on Wednesday for the Mo sale, 12 days of Christmas unbagging that I will be doing with my mom. And we'll be filming them upstairs in front of our Christmas tree in my Lego village. So be on the lookout for those. And we have a lot going on. We got some baking to do, got some shopping to do, got some wrapping to do, and just generally got a lot of stuff to do. We're going to be busy the next few days. I'm only in the office 2 more work days in the office the rest of the year. I am working from home on Thursday. I have Friday off. I have all next week off. And then the week between Christmas and New Year, we are working from home. Yay! So I only have 2 more days in the office, Tuesday and Wednesday this week, tomorrow and Wednesday. So looking forward to that, and looking forward to just kind of taking it easy the rest of the year. We're kind of busy. We're kind of wrapping up and just trying to get a bunch of stuff done in the next 2 weeks. We've got baking, and I also have to send out Christmas cards too. But anyway, that's all I have for you this week. Keep your head up. Keep moving forward. And you know the drill. Reach out. Hopefully everybody's having some good, happy holidays. And take care, everybody. We'll see you soon. Bye.